Hello guys and welcome back to a new player's deck. This time we're going to be showing up Odin with all basic cards, and we're going to have one Frenzy, who is a rare card that you unlock doing the campaign. So these are all cards that you start with and all new players can do. So I mean, obviously this is not the deck that it gives you. It gives you Odin Might. I just changed it a little bit. So I'm going to give you a little insight on how you want to play this deck and what the cards do real fast. So these are the best, probably one of the best deck you can put out as a new player together. Just keep in mind that you can probably change the charge if you want for any other like utility card, but I like having charge in this one to combo with the Elder RP and the Tor. It goes synergize really well them. So let's start with the neutral cards with our Fire Imp, that is literally one mana minion that has 2 attack and 1 health and charge, which means she can attack the turns you play it. So it's literally 2 damage, 3 damage that it can deal to the enemy or to one of their minions. Keep in mind this is gonna be like a rush deck, right? So I'm gonna try and win before turn 6, 7. Right? Because the the card that costs more on their deck is 4, and Odin is really good at having that big burst at early game. So that's what we're trying to put out with this deck. Then you go with the charge here. That's gonna be able to charge your Elder RP or your Tor to have that big burst of surprise damage on turn 6. If your Tor on turn 5, it's its Elder RP. It's maybe something that they won't expect. So moving on, we're gonna start with our first Norse cards, which is gonna be Backstab. So Backstab, you want to use that as a finisher, so your enemy don't know that you're gonna have 3 damage. So maybe they're gonna attack you, and you're gonna be able to retaliate for 1 more damage, and then you finish off with the Backstab. So this is a really good card to finish. The Curse Warriors are not. It says deploy an additional Curse Warriors, but basically is you put 2 minions that are 2/1s. So you have 2 separate minions that have 2 attack and 1 health for 1 mana. It is really good, especially if you're able to body block or to box your opponent with them. That means that even if they're ranged, you're forcing them to attack them and take 2 damage. Then we have, I'll skip over Mayhem. I'll talk to you about Curse Hunters. So Curse Hunters is exactly the same thing as Curse Warrior, but it costs 1 more mana and one has 1 less attack. But these 2 minions are range. So, given that range, range minions always have 4 range. So, and melee have 1 range, but I mean 1 unit of attack. So the Curse Hunters are good to take out some melee minions of the opponent. And then I'll talk to you about Mayhem, which randomly deal 1 damage for every friendly unit on the battlefield. So yeah, a good combo that you can do with Odin, you can often see is playing Curse Warriors and Curse Hunters, and in the same turn playing a Mayhem that costs 4 mana, and you're dealing 5 random damage. But usually early game, the enemies only have 1 or 2 units, so you have a lot of chances to kill these units, especially with the next spell I'm gonna the next item I'm gonna tell you, Fate. So Fate deals 2 damage to up to 2 random enemies. But if there's only the leader and 1 more unit on the battlefield, you are 100% certain to hit these 2 units. So this is also a really powerful removal tool in the early game. Moving on to Gunner's Might, this is going to boost up your basic attack. So now it's going to give you +1/+0 to your leader, so you're going to then be like a 2 attack leader, so you can smack them in the face harder than they can smack you. Then we're gonna have, oh, I always forgot, the Harpy here, the Elder Harpy. She is a 3 mana 3/2 minion. Just keep in mind that she has 2 movement, so you want to play it as close as possible to your enemy, so they can't escape. And then she has Pardon. That means that she doesn't take return damage, so she can just attack and never get it like killed from the retaliation of the enemy. So you just keep attacking with her. She's gonna be a little bit weak though because she has 2 health and she dies to Sunder and Fire that are played are in a lot of decks. But yeah, if you can bait out these removals and then player with a charge, like I said, so it's like instant and they can't like yeah, that they don't have the reaction time, you know, uh, to deal with that. It's gonna be 3 free damage, and if they don't deal it on the next turn, it's another 3 damage for free. So then you have the big burst or the ultimate finisher of the deck. That is Frenzy. This is the only rare card, and you can unlock it by finishing one of the campaign mission. So basically, it gives all your friendly units +2/+0 attack until the end of the turn. So can you imagine, like on turn 2, you boost yourself with Gunner's Might, then on turn 3 you can put some Elder RP on board or some archers, and then on turn 4 you play Curse Warriors into Curse Hunters into Mayhem, so that's like 5 damage, and then you follow up in the next turn with Frenzy, and then you trade every of your units alive into his face, and you can finish that off with a beautiful backstab with the 1 mana left. So you can win really fast with this card right here. And of course, you're gonna have, if they're still alive, you're gonna have your Tor. That is a 4 mana, 4 attack, 4 health. But Tor has an ability that means that he can gain 1 attack for every adjacent enemy until your next turn, and he can attack after using his ability. So basically, Tor, you play with 4 mana on your turn 5 mana. You go around your enemy, try to get as close as the more enemy possible. You boost him up, and then you hit for 1 big swing into his face. That can be really lethal also. So that's wrap up the new player deck video for today. So feel free to subscribe, leave out a comment if you like that, and don't forget to like the video. It really jams out. I'll see you in the next one.